I think for me, the most fascinating thing, that I love about sports is seeing, people actually, do things and make it big. I think this is for everybody, whether you go to elementary, middle, high school, you're in college classes with them or people. There you have relatives that make it, or your neighborhood, people in your community, whether it's suburb or inner city, rural. You see them make it, and you always want what's best for them. And right here, so you see Cormontae Hamilton, obviously playing for Ohio State. He's beloved here on campus. Everyone loves him. But, in this instance, his main goal is, to make it professionally. For me, I have guys and friends that win D1, D2, and D3, and all of them that are playing whatever sports, especially, basketball and football, that they're not coming in right away shining, and some of them have to work a little bit longer. Some of them came in starting as freshmen, Division 1, others haven't. And for him in football, his goal is obviously to make it to the NFL. And although he's beloved here on campus, although people enjoy him, his teammates love him, the real goal he wants is to make it to the NFL. Obviously, you can get a great degree from Ohio State, but he wants to get to the league. And for him, he's been here a while, and he's only had 6 tackles. He's only played, I believe, a little over 80 plays. He's only played over 80 plays, about 83 plays since he's been here. And for the time he's been here, that's not enough, in his eyes. And he sacrificed a lot, coming, from Memphis. He took a 24-hour bus ride, from Memphis to come here and ultimately get an offer. And he was at the camp that he was at. He was injured, and he balled out at the camp. So people have seen that he has that fight in him, that will to persevere through whatever he's going through. And when you get camp offers from these different colleges and universities, you're not guaranteed to get an offer. They don't provide everything for you. So to take a 24-hour bus ride, from Memphis to Columbus, where the university is located, is very, that's a very, mature thing. And, that's something that shows you how much he wants to play football. And just here, he's stuck with it. He hasn't, been a disgruntled player, a guy that's, we've seen guys quit at halftime and stuff like that. He's been here working his tail off, and just he hasn't really had the opportunity. He came in as a tight end. Or he originally played tight end, and you seen a guy like Jeremy Ruckert, here. It's kind of tough to get, run over Jeremy Ruckert. I mean, come on, it's Jeremy Ruckert. And then on the defense, so then he switched to the defensive line, and more like D tackle, but he's more with the D line, and he just couldn't get off the bench. You bring in, you got Teron Vincent, who's been obviously above him, Teron Vincent, and then you have Tyleik Williams, who's came in, who's a freshman, I believe, last year, has some points of greatness. Obviously, he has a lot to work on, but his ceiling is very high, and his ceiling is a lot, at Ohio State, his ceiling is a lot better than his ceiling. But for him, also, you see Jack Sawyer come in very highly recruited. So Cormontae, for him, is like, dude, I'm not. You bringing in all these, Ohio State's constantly bringing in freshmen and recruiting at a high level. You see Ryan Day going in Kirby Smart stomping grounds to watch why Kirby Smart is there to get a player. For him, he's seeing like, dude, my time here at Ohio State is not going to work out, on the field, and that's one of his biggest goals. And so he's entering the transfer portal. We've seen guys leave Ohio State and have success. And, you hope for him when he leaves, he can definitely have success. He has 3 years left of eligibility. So he has experience of being at a Division I program, especially like Ohio State. We've seen Ohio State transfers have success. A lot of them are playing. I've seen somebody Brendan White. I don't know if you guys know that. Brendan Wright, he was at Ohio State. He ended up transferring to Rutgers, had some success there. But for him, I think he could have success at the next level. Now for Ohio State, that leaves. So you're supposed to have only 85 scholarship players on your team. Now with him leaving, it's Ohio State 6 over 85 in terms of scholarship players. But you see another instance of just the talent that Ohio State brings in is very hard to get playing time. But like I said, but I think the biggest teams that can capitalize on guys at Alabama, Ohio State, transferring are teams that are fringe teams that need guys to come in right away and play. Those teams that are 8-9 win teams, they're a couple players away that can get them to 10 wins. Given the right opportunity, I think he can help a team get over that hump, win double-digit games, and I'm excited to see where he goes. And I think he has a very bright future. But coming to Ohio State, you got I'd say give it 2 years and to evaluate where you are on that depth chart, who's coming in, who's coming out, and see if you can make a name and try to play. If not, that's the way of college football nowadays. Some you see after some people leave after 1 year. That's the way of college football. Guys, coming in and out. They want to play. They want to play right away, and you can only sit on the bench so long before you have to say, "Hey, no matter how much I'm loved here at this university, no matter how much I love this team, I'm trying to play." And we've seen Joe Burrow do that. We've seen Joe Burrow leave. Dwayne Haskins was the better player in college. I don't want to talk about. There's not a debate. Dwayne Haskins was better and Burrow was injured at the time. He got up out of there. Jameson Williams said, "Hey, there's a lot of great receivers here. Let me go down to Alabama. Not many great receivers here. I can be probably the best one on the team. Has success. Hopefully, he's a first-round draft pick. So their success can be had if you transfer, not just from Ohio State but anywhere. But yeah, wish him all the success. And I'm out.